At 76 years old, King Charles finds himself in a period of profound reflection. Insiders suggest he has finally admitted to something many have long suspected. For decades, the British monarchy has weathered scandals and whispers of regret, none more enduring than those surrounding Charles's tumultuous past. His messy marriage to Princess Diana and his controversial relationship with Camilla Parker Bowles. As tensions simmer within the royal family and Charles faces the twilight of his reign, a shocking new report hints at an admission that could change everything. Has the weight of his past finally caught up with him? Could this revelation reshape his legacy forever? Beneath the grandeur of Buckingham Palace and the carefully choreographed pageantry of the monarchy lies a man reflecting on a lifetime of choices that have shaped not only his destiny, but also the future of the nation. Often portrayed as stoic and steadfast, King Charles now finds himself at the center of swirling reports, suggesting a profound realization. Insiders hint at moments of quiet introspection, with whispers growing louder about a deeply personal admission. Reports suggest that Charles has privately confessed to a close confidant, "I should have tried harder with Diana." This sentiment, decades later, casts a new light on the choices that irrevocably altered the trajectory of the royal family. Is Charles now seeing his father Prince Philip's long forgotten warnings in a new light? Has he come to understand why his marriage to Diana, despite its turbulence, held a value far greater than he once acknowledged? Most importantly, is he now regretting the decisions that not only shattered his first marriage, but also left lasting fractures in the royal family? These questions dominate conversations both within palace walls and among the public. Charles's decision to leave Diana and marry Camilla was at the time his way of following his heart. Yet, decades later, the consequences of that choice reverberate louder than ever. From the rift between him and his sons to the growing unrest within the monarchy itself. The cost of his past decisions is becoming impossible to ignore as he wrestles with the echoes of his choices. One voice from the past grows increasingly significant, that of his father, Prince Philip. Known for his candid advice and unflinching sense of duty, Philip had long warned of the potential fallout from Charles's actions. He saw the storm brewing long before anyone else. Prince Philip's foresight now feels almost prophetic. His private correspondence with Diana, revealed after her death, offers a rare glimpse into his thoughts on the breakdown of her marriage with Charles. In these letters, Philip expressed empathy for Diana, an unusual stance for a man often seen as a staunch traditionalist. He acknowledged her struggles and praised her role as a mother and wife, even as the marriage crumbled. But it was his critique of Charles's actions that stands out. Philip described his son's decision to jeopardize his marriage for Camilla as silly, a word laden with frustration and disappointment. In his characteristic bluntness, he questioned how anyone could leave Diana, a woman who embodied so many qualities the monarchy needed, for a romance that risked everything. Reflecting on his father's warnings, Charles is said to have acknowledged that his decision to pursue Camilla came at a far greater cost than he had anticipated. It fractured his family and destabilized the monarchy. As Charles faces the twilight of his reign, the weight of these choices and their enduring consequences seems heavier than ever. This offers a profound moment of introspection for a king whose legacy may now be shaped as much by his regrets as by his reign. Born to uphold tradition at a time when the royal family was already under intense scrutiny, Charles's affair and subsequent divorce added fuel to a fire that threatened to consume the institution entirely. By prioritizing his personal desires over his public duty, Charles made what Philip might have called a grave mistake. As he now reflects on his life, Philip's words may feel less like judgment and more like prophecy. Could it be that in his later years, Charles is beginning to see the wisdom in his father's warnings? Is he finally realizing that Philip's concerns weren't just about family, but also about the monarchy's survival? Charles's choice to prioritize love over the monarchy's reputation ignited a scandal so intense that it shook the very foundations of the royal institution. His marriage to Princess Diana once served as a beacon of hope and stability for a monarchy navigating the modern world. Their union, celebrated with a wedding watched by millions, promised to usher in a new era of royal charm. Yet, behind the grandeur and pageantry, cracks were already forming. By the late 1980s, their relationship had deteriorated into one of the most infamous scandals in royal history. Charles's affair with Camilla Parker Bowles was not just a personal betrayal. It became a public spectacle. The revelation of their relationship, confirmed through leaked phone calls and Diana's candid interviews, painted a picture of a man torn between duty and desire. In her famous Panorama interview, Diana memorably said, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded." Her raw honesty struck a chord with the public, casting Charles as the villain in a story of heartbreak and betrayal. Looking back, Charles's quiet acknowledgement that he failed to fully commit to his marriage with Diana sheds new light on the scandal. His decision to pursue Camilla, framed at the time as following his heart, now feels like a choice that came at too steep a cost, not just to his family but to the monarchy's integrity. The affair fractured his marriage and left enduring scars on the royal institution, forcing it into relentless public scrutiny. For Diana, the affair was a devastating blow. Having entered the marriage at just 20 years old, full of hope and trust, the realization that her husband's heart lay elsewhere was crushing, leading to years of personal struggle. Yet Diana's pain became her power. She channeled her heartbreak into her public work, using her platform to advocate for causes often overlooked by the royal family. The fallout from the scandal serves as a stark reminder of the cost of Charles's decisions. For a man who has always valued the continuity and stability of the monarchy, the irony is undeniable. His pursuit of personal happiness came at the expense of the institution he was born to protect. Now, as king, he faces the challenge of rebuilding that trust, a task made all the more difficult by the shadow of his past. When Charles and Camilla finally wed in 2005, it marked the culmination of a love story decades in the making. For many, it seemed the couple had finally found the happiness that had eluded them for years. However, as time passed and the dynamics of the monarchy evolved, cracks began to emerge in their seemingly solid partnership.